My name is Tracy Berry, and I am the team director for the inpatient unit in Naperville for Seasons Hospice. I was an intensive care nurse and working nights, and it was a weird story. I had gone to a job fair because I was tired of working nights, and so I just wanted to see what the options were because I had been working ICU for, 12 years or so. So I went to a job fair, and then I had worked one night and got a phone call about 10 o'clock in the morning just as I was falling into that deep sleep. And it was somebody from Seasons Hospice who said, "Hey, we want to interview you." And in my sleepy state I said, "Sure, I'll come in for an interview." And I took down the name and the number and the time and the date that they wanted me to interview. And so I went to this interview with absolutely no expectation of actually taking a job. Because at the time I just wanted the interview experience because it had been a while since I interviewed. And they just kept pursuing me until I finally caved and came on board. Prior to me being a team director, I was an admissions nurse, so my job was to see patients that that needed information about hospice and needed us to kind of facilitate them coming on board onto the hospice program. I would explain the program and explain what we did and what we didn't do, and I would facilitate all of their coordination of care at home, order equipment, order medications, talk with all the doctors, get all paperwork signed and all that kind of stuff. So I did that for about 10 years, working hard to try to build up the clientele in this area so that we can afford to have an inpatient unit. So I've been working toward this inpatient unit for probably about 5 years. Seasons Hospice does all aspects of hospice, but this little inpatient unit does something a little bit more specific within hospice. We take the most symptomatic, critically dying patients, so the ones that are short of breath or having anxiety or they're having extreme pain or something like that. They come to a facility like ours and we work really hard and diligently to get all of their symptoms under control so that they can be comfortable, at the same time supporting the families and knowing that they're going to be going through some anticipatory grief kind of things, and support them so that they don't feel like they're going through this by themselves. On top of all of the medications that we have at our disposal, we do also have chaplain support that comes a couple of times a week, and we'll pray with our patients. We also do music therapy, which I'll be honest, seemed kind of cheesy when I first heard about music therapy until I saw it kind of in practice. You take patients that are, say, they're breathing really irregularly or they're breathing very fast or something like that. They actually play music that matches their breathing pattern, and then if you slow down the music, their breathing patterns will start to slow down as well, helping them relax and those kinds of things. We also have a full-time social worker, so Rich Newell is our social worker, and he works with all the families here to kind of help them through this process.
Well, my name is Rich Newell, and I'm a licensed social worker for Seasons Hospice, and I work here at the Naperville Inpatient Unit. And my job as social worker is to provide support to their patients and to our families and to the staff that work here. It's an extremely rewarding thing to do, and as a second career in my life, it's the best gig I ever had.